I'm going to show you how to make Masala Paranthas, a traditional Indian flatbread flavored with some spices. So let's get to it. Here are the ingredients. First of all, we're going to need half a teaspoon of carom seeds, which are also known as ajwain, half a teaspoon of salt, a cup of whole wheat flour, 1 tablespoon of oil, and a 1/3 cup of water. We are going to mix all of the dry ingredients together. So there's the salt with the flour, and then the carom seeds, and just using a spoon to just mix that up a little bit. Just take the tablespoon of oil, just kind of spread that around. And then I'm just going to use my hands for this and just kind of lightly mix it together, kneading it a little bit. And then taking the water, I'm going to add a little bit at a time, just so there's a little bit. I'm going to mix that in with my hands again. Then a little bit more. And it's going to start to get kind of clumpy and sticky. So I'm just adding more water when I've mixed up the water I previously added. Now, this amount of flour in this recipe will make about 6 to 8 paranthas. The next step, after you've kneaded out your dough well enough, is to take a little bit. You're going to roll a little bit of the dough into a ball, like that. Again, about that much. So once you've rolled out your dough, you can just start warming up your griddle that you're going to need for cooking the rolled out dough. And I am just preheating this at about a medium low. So on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 6. So that'll get warmed up while we roll out the paranthas. So you're going to take one of the little rolled out, or not rolled out, one of the little dough balls, and you're going to want to take out some extra flour and some extra oil for the rolling out, and also the oil will be used in the actual cooking of the parantha. So have those at the ready. So first of all, you want to take a little bit of that extra flour and just dust the dough a little bit so that it'll be easier to roll out. And then using your rolling pin, just roll it out into a nice tiny little circle, just like that. Then take about just a really small amount of oil, just a couple drops on it, spread it out, then fold it in half, nicely pack it down so that it'll stay, and then you want to take just a tiny bit of oil, just a couple drops on that, spread it out, and then fold that in half as well. So it'll form this tiny little triangle. Just push it down. Okay, so then we are ready to roll it out into the shape of the parantha we want. Now, traditionally, these paranthas are kept in their triangular form, just rolled out into big triangles. However, it really doesn't matter what shape you roll it out into. Just most commonly, circles are easiest. So I'm just gonna roll it out, turning it often so that it's evenly rolled out. You don't want to have some parts of it thicker than the other. And it's important to make sure that the edges especially are not left too thick. Alright, so once that is rolled out, it should be pretty thin. You should be able to see the individual fingertips if you hold it underneath. And so then you just want to hold it flat out on your hand and just plop it right onto the middle of your griddle. And then actually turn the heat up a bit to a medium high. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to turn it up to about an 8. And then just have your spatula or turner at the ready. So after maybe a minute or so, you'll start to see that the dough will start to get kind of splotchy. There will be these areas where there will be these white, it'll be more white than the rest of it. And once this will start to puff up a little bit, there'll be little pockets of air forming on the inside. That'll happen soon. That's when you're gonna flip it over. So here I can see there's a little, it's probably hard to see, but there's a little pocket of air forming, and here it's starting to puff up a little bit. So that means that it's pretty much done cooking on the other side. So we're just gonna flip it over. I can't pick it up. There we go. So the other side should look a little more cooked and less doughy. It'll look kind of grainy almost. And when you flip it over, what we're gonna do is take the oil that was set aside earlier and take maybe like a teaspoon or half a teaspoonful and just swirl it around the parantha a little bit. Just get oil on it, just eyeballing, and then flip it over, and now it'll start to puff up, as you can see. So when it starts puffing up, you just want to press down, and especially on the edges so that they'll cook more, and it'll cause the layers on the inside to become really airy and flaky and nice. So just push down a little bit. This keeps puffing up. And then I think the oil from the other side actually got on my spatula and on this side as well, but if you want a little more oil on the other side of your parantha as well, you can add a little bit more. That'll just help it cook a little nicer. So about 30 to 40 seconds after you flip it. You want to turn it over again. And now this side should have become this nice golden brown color with darker, almost red orange areas where it's been cooked really nicely. That means it's almost ready. So we're just going to press down a little bit gently so that the other side gets cooked as well. Just let it be for a second. Then if we flip it over, we should see that this side, it's not as well done as the other side, which is good, but it still has these spots, and it should be like a light golden color. So that's a good indication that the Parantha is pretty much done. So there you have it. A Masala Parantha. Usually these are eaten with any kind of curry or cooked vegetables, but they can be enjoyed plain as well, and I personally like to have them with some plain yogurt. Enjoy, and thank you for watching.